It's great. It was good. It was beautiful. It's emotional.
And the last episode, I said I think this movie's gonna be a breath of fresh air, and I think that's pretty true. The rental family business being like an actual thing. I guess
Yeah,
it's been around since the '80s.
makes sense. Japan's had a loneliness
Epidemic.
epidemic for a while. McDonald's got mad at him.
McDonald's got mad at Batman
Yeah,
Returns.
because they had a deal to do the toys, the Happy Meal toys. They're like, how are we supposed to make toys off of this movie?
That's so funny, yo.
He felt like a real dad in that situation.
Yeah,
Like he felt like proud of her, and he
yeah,
wanted to tell them how awesome a kid this girl is.
yeah, yeah. That's so
You know,
sweet. He's a really good
yeah,
artist.
yeah. He showed him the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Real quick, everybody, before this episode starts, we just wanted to tell you guys from the bottom of our hearts that we love you guys, and we would really love it if you loved us too. That's a weird way to say that.
Yeah, that is weird.
That's
That's
weird.
okay. We love you.
No, but for real, if you like this podcast and you want to support us, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, give us a rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or what else are we on? Amazon. Do those things for us, and we would truly, truly appreciate it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. So do that, please. Okay, bye. Thanks.
Cinema Rolls Podcast.
Welcome to the Cinema Rolls Podcast, a podcast dedicated to watching and studying film. That's right, people. You heard it right. Every week we watch 2 movies. I know on the thumbnail you just see one, but we're going to talk about 2 movies today. But we're only going to review one. We're just going to talk about the other. So the movie we're talking about and reviewing and discussing today is Rental Family. It is PG-13. It has an hour and 50-minute runtime. It is directed by Hikari. It's written by Hikari and Stephen Blahut. And it stars Brendan Fraser, Paolo Andrea Di Pietro, and Shinji Ozeki.
cool. All right. So the movie is about a American actor living in Japan, and he gets offered a job to be rented out to people for like random things. It's called Rental Family, so like to be like uh, a friend or a brother, father, anything
Boyfriends,
people just
girlfriends,
want. Yeah, boyfriend,
best
girlfriend.
friends.
Yeah, and yeah, and he takes the job, and the story goes from there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this movie, Eric?
I liked this movie. I thought it was really good. Brendan Fraser is great. Uh, yeah, I'm not familiar with the other actors in it, but they all did great. The old man was like my favorite character.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he was cool. Um, and yeah, the story with the little girl was really good. And yeah, I think it was good. It's a story about loneliness, and um, it's great. It's good. It was beautiful. It's emotional. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
It was very good. And the last episode I said I think this movie's gonna be a breath of fresh air, and I think that's pretty true. Um,
Yeah.
there's a lot of wisdom to take away from this movie. Um,
Hmm.
it's about human connection and empathy, and I think most of all, honesty. I think honesty is probably
Hmm.
like the biggest theme in this movie. Um, uh, being honest, like with people that you love, strangers and your friends, and being honest with yourself. The movie
Yeah.
ends with him looking into a mirror at a shrine. I think that's kind
Hmm.
of the point. It's kind of to like look inward, be honest with yourself.
Hmm.
Um, it's also about found family. I think it's kind of funny because like he's playing these roles in people's lives, like he's like playing like a family member to other people in a way,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
by doing so, he ends up finding his own family. He's like a
Yeah.
stranger in a foreign land. I mean, granted, he's been there for like 7 years, but like it's kind of like the guy says, he's like, you can live here for like hundreds of years. I forget what he says. He's like, you still have a ton of questions. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, he's still very much like a foreigner there. And yeah, and by doing this job, he finds this like little group of people that he grows to love, and I think they grow to love him too, and he creates like a found family. Um, if you're an empath like me, this movie's gonna have you crying for like half the movie. At least I was. um, I cry like in every movie though, so that's that's just who I am. But I went and saw it with Natalie and her cousin too, and they both cried a lot too, so made me feel a little better. Um, this movie kind of feels like nourishment, like especially in
Hmm.
a time where like everybody's so disconnected and like on their phones and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
To have a movie come out like this that's about like connecting and
Hmm.
about loneliness, it's it reminds me of this interview with Ethan Hawke. I'm sure people have seen it. I think it was circulating on social media for a while, but he's talking about art and how a lot of people don't really see it as like a necessity. Really, it's like always just kind of there to people, and they think of like other jobs like doctors and engineers and stuff as like the jobs that feel the most necessary, and that's not true. But he was talking about like when everybody goes through stuff, everybody has ups and downs and troubles in their life. And when you feel heartbreak, you're like, oh man, like I feel terrible. Like I wonder if anybody's felt like this before. And that's when art no longer is just art. It becomes a necessity. It becomes nourishment, in a way. It's
Yeah.
sustenance. So, and I think that's what this movie is, honestly. I think this movie is going to be nourishment for a lot of people who are feeling lonely. I really resonated with Brendan Fraser's character. Um, I have multiple times in my life have now gone to different parts of the world where I don't know anybody and I have no family there and no friends. I've done it twice. Once when I went to the Navy, and then when I came down here to Florida, all my family's in Colorado, so I don't know anybody over here.
Hmm.
So I totally understand how it feels to try to, grant it's not like in a foreign place, but like I know how it feels to like not have anybody in your life to lean on, to talk to express yourself to, at least not in person. And
Yeah.
so you kind of have to create this a found family for yourself. The people that end up
Hmm.
being there for you end up being your new family in a way. And yeah, so I think not just me, but a lot of people are going to resonate with this movie in that way. So it was, yeah, it was really good. I really liked it.
Yeah. It was really good.
Um, you want to move into ratings?
Yeah. I don't know why I never think of ratings, but it's a good movie. It didn't like blow me away, but I wasn't really expecting this kind of movie to do that.
Yeah,
Uh, so I don't want to give it a bad score because it wasn't like
right.
I don't know, but uh, no, it was great. Director, I think this is only her second film,
Yeah,
and so she did a good job. Everyone was awesome in it. So I'm going to give it a 9 because I
nice.
can't really find much flaws in the movie.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
it's good.
yeah. I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with an 8.5. I was thinking about 9 too. But the only reason I'm
Huh.
going a little bit lower is just because like when it comes to movies like this that have like a heavy emotional toll, um,
Hmm.
it it's the rewatchability for me goes down a bit.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's bad. It's honestly it's really good. It's just I don't want to cry a lot, so,
Right.
so
Uh,
I won't
it's
watch
like
it as much.
yeah, it's like that movie, the not the Ring, just Room with Brie Larson, where she plays that girl that's trapped in the room with her kid.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Like I
Like,
watched the movie one time and I was like,
great
"That's good
movie.
for me," you know?
I
Yeah,
don't know if I can ever watch that movie again.
exactly. Yeah.
You know?
So yeah,
Yeah.
but it is really good. I think a 9 is definitely a solid rating for it. It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Um, it reminds me of movies like back in like the 90s and 2000s. There was a lot of movies that were going straight to TV, straight to DVD, uh, you know, straight to VHS even, and
Straight to Redbox.
yeah. So there was just like a lot of movies coming out. So uh, I feel like nowadays every movie wants to be the next blockbuster. Every movie wants to
Hmm.
create this whole new franchise, this whole new universe, like the MCU, right? Every movie wants to do that, and
Hmm.
yeah, that's fun. It's always a fun experience for those types of movies. But I feel like back in the day, you got a lot of movies like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And um, I'm glad that this kind of movie is in theaters right now. And it's not
Yeah.
all about. I mean, granted, I don't know if a lot of people are gonna go see it. I hope they do, but I feel like watch everybody's gonna be talking about Avatar in a couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
Avatar this, Avatar that. Everyone's gonna go Avatar crazy, right? Every movie wants to do that nowadays, and
Yeah.
um, I think it's important that we also have these movies, that aren't trying to fit that algorithm. Um,
Right.
yeah, so,
Yeah. No, they're just trying to put out a good movie, a good story
yeah, good
that
meaning.
will resonate with people, and it will.
Yeah,
Like those um like the Marvel movies or Avatar, great movies, a lot of fun to watch and have rewatchability. Um, but they don't necessarily have that um, emotional like punch, that will resonate with people and people will remember and learn from and take with them the rest of their lives.
right. Yeah.
You know.
There's this saying, not really saying, it's like a term in Japan called ma. I think that's what it's called, ma, and it's supposed to be like the sound of like the in between of a clap. So the silence of it. So like there's a clap, and then before the next clap, that's ma, right? And it's supposed to
Mhm.
like symbolize like the like quieter, slower moments in life,
Mhm.
right? And I think the Japanese they always try to like implement it in their art some way, and
Yeah.
um, like Ghibli movies do it a lot. Um, that one director I told you about, I forget his name, but he did Your Name and Garden of Words and stuff. But he does that a lot. And this movie has that a lot too, where it takes a moment to kind of like look at like some trees. It takes a moment to look at a lake. It takes a moment to look at the city. It gives you a moment to
Yeah.
like breathe in between in between scenes. Um,
Yeah.
and I like that. I like that a lot. You want to move into some fun facts?
Let's do it.
You,
I didn't get a chance to look up much.
okay. You want to just give me what you
Like,
got, and then I'll give you what I got because I don't got much either. To be honest.
uh, okay. No, I don't really have much. I think Brendan Fraser said he lived in Japan for like 4 months while filming this.
Yeah.
Uh, he learned a little bit of Japanese, not a whole lot.
Yeah.
I learned that this is an actual service that is provided in Japan. Like I knew about like the like boyfriend and girlfriend like hire someone to do that, but I didn't know like it extended beyond that to like to
Yeah.
pay someone to be your mom for an evening. She can cook you dinner.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of have the same facts in a way. So the first one I have on here was about Brendan Fraser learning Japanese. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, he was in Japan for 4 months. He had to prepare for the role. He took Japanese classes 3 to 4 times a week. Um, and he said at night sometimes he would just kind of wander the streets, try to talk to anybody, and he would like use his phone as like an English translator to try to like,
Yeah.
communicate with people. Um, I even saw him talking about how uh, he this movie kind of opened his eyes that like he's like we will find a way to communicate with each other. Like,
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
if there's a language barrier, you're gonna say like the words that you know how to say it in, and like point to like, oh, I'm hungry, like point to your stomach, or like, oh, I need to eat food.
Yeah.
You're gonna. We're literally apes just trying to communicate. Um, and I thought that was so funny, and I really related to that because when I was in Korea, this is my favorite travel story, and I did a lot of crazy stuff in different countries, but and this is a very simple, not crazy thing that happened to me.
Yeah, it's a tame story.
It's a tame story, and it's like my favorite because it was just such a human experience. So I was at a fish market in Busan. Actually, I'm pretty sure they show a fish market that's pretty similar to it in Black Panther, the movie Black Panther. But and I was at a Korean barbecue restaurant at the fish market, and it was like in this big tent. And I'm eating, and my back's against the wall, so I can see everybody. And this waitress, she brings like a small like shot glass full of like liquid, and it doesn't smell like alcohol. So I'm like, I don't know but it doesn't smell like water either, right? So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this
Mhm.
is. And so I'm like looking at it, kind of like trying to figure it out. And I see this guy from across the restaurant, like literally on the other side, and he's watching me inspect the glass, right? And
Yeah.
he goes like drink it, and I was like, okay, so like I drank it, and then he was like, was it any good? Like he didn't. He was just like, was it good? Did you like
Yeah.
it? And I was like, it was okay. And he was like, and then he just went back to eating. And it was from, like we talked from across the restaurant, just and neither of us spoke any words. Even if we did, were like closer, we wouldn't be able to communicate because he spoke Korean, I spoke English. You know what I mean? But we were able to
Yeah.
talk that way. You know?
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool.
Yeah. When I heard Brendan Fraser talking about that, like that's the exact story that I thought of
Oh
when
yeah, yeah.
I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I feel like I can still see the guy's face too. Like Korea, I loved Korea. The Korean people were so nice to me. But yeah, the other fun facts I got um was the rental family business being like an actual thing.
Yeah.
I guess it's been around since the 80s.
The 80s. Yeah. Um,
That's crazy.
makes sense. I mean, Japan's had like a loneliness like
Epidemic.
epidemic for a while.
Yeah.
Um, and I think the story it relates to us now in the U.S.
Yeah.
Because of technology, and I think the pandemic kind of like made things a lot worse, where people became way more dependent on their phones and
Yeah.
technology stuff. Like people were upset when they had to go back to work,
Mm.
and DoorDash and Uber Eats like a huge thing because people don't want to go out to get their fast food; they just want it delivered to them now.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy. Um, it's honestly sad. It's really sad.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm glad this movie's it exists right now. Like I feel like we need it
yeah.
as a society.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't really have any other um fun facts. The director, she based it off of her own experience. She moved to
Yeah,
America when she was 17
to Utah.
to Utah. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably the only Asian person in that whole state. Um,
Did you hear why she went to Utah?
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, she said that she wanted to go somewhere where she wouldn't see anyone that looked like her.
Oh yeah.
And so they were like, "Oh, we have the perfect place for you
That's so funny. Yeah.
in Utah."
Yeah. Yeah, and it's only her second movie, and she's pretty cool because
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Um, the uh the old guy, I'm pretty positive he's like an actual like sort of kind of legendary actor in Japan.
yeah, he is. With the interview with the director, um, I guess that's one of her like all-time favorites,
Oh,
and
okay.
Eddie's never had to audition for a movie, but she made him audition because she had to make sure that he could speak English.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
Made her own like hero, like
yeah,
audition for the role. Uh,
yeah,
um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've seen him in other things. I think
yeah. He looks familiar.
he does look
I mean, I
familiar.
haven't seen a lot of Japanese films, but
I was trying to place my finger on it, and I kind of figure it out. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Uh,
yeah,
I think that's all I got for fun facts. There, I will say this isn't really like a fun fact. This is more of like a speculation thing. But like there was a shot in the movie that I really liked, and
mhm,
it's right at the end of the first act, right at the beginning of the second act, and he's about to go to the rental family business building, right? And he's standing
mhm,
outside, and there's like a low angle shot that's like tilted at him with the building in the background. And I'm not the director, so I can't tell you that this is what it means for a fact, but what I would assume is that the shot is supposed to symbolize that he's about to enter something much bigger than himself. Because in the shot, he's kind
yeah,
of lower in frame to the building and he's looking up at it. And the building, and because of the low angle shot, the building looks really big. Um,
mhm.
so yeah,
Yeah, that makes
it's like
sense.
symbolic of him, you know, doing something much bigger than himself, and he does. So
Yeah.
um,
Um,
yeah.
uh, one thing, there was an interview with the director and Brendan Fraser, and she was talking about how much of a fan of him she was. And the first movie she mentioned was Bedazzled, which is
Yes,
one of my favorite movies.
that's one of my favorite
I love
Brendan Fraser
Bedazzled.
movies too. That's interesting. There's nothing on here, but apparently there's one thing on here. There's nothing else. And what it is according to Brendan Fraser, he rented a hedgehog for a day while filming, in keeping with the theme of the film.
Awesome.
That's cute.
Mm.
What do we do next? Suggestions? Is it suggestions?
Suggestions. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that either.
I can go first if you want me to.
Yeah, you
I
could
got
go
some stuff
first. What
pulled
do you
up.
got?
I got some stuff pulled up. The first one is The Last Samurai, with Tom Cruise, just because it's. I mean, there's a ton of movies like and stories like this where a white guy goes to Japan, um,
Yeah.
and learns about their culture, and like it's like, oh, everything's so weird and different here, and then he learns to appreciate it, right? I feel like there's a lot of films and stories like that, but I think Last Samurai does it really well, and I think it does it in a way that kind of really honors Japan's culture. Um,
Yeah.
and I think what's interesting about this movie, the Rental Family movie, is it kind of does the same thing where it brings a white guy to Japan who's like so like different from everything that's happening there. But I think the
Yeah.
difference is that it's actually made by a Japanese filmmaker, you know,
Right.
whereas the other ones weren't. Yeah, I think but it respects the culture in kind of like the same way, I think. Um,
Yeah.
so, The Last Samurai. The Another movie I have up here is a movie I actually haven't seen, but I want to. It's on my watch list. It's on my watch list on HBO Max, and it's on my watch list on Letterboxd, and it's called Good Morning. It's a Japanese film from 1959. It's directed by Yasujiro Ozu, and it's about these two boys who really want a TV. They want a television set, and their parents
Hmm.
aren't. They don't want to give it to them, so they take a vow of silence as a way to rebel against their parents. And that's the movie. It's like a very slow paced movie
Huh.
about what I'm assuming is family. I haven't seen it yet, um,
Yeah.
but I feel like it would be. I feel like it was kind of fitting. So, but yeah, I really want to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Um, and then the third movie I have on here because it's my favorite Brendan Fraser film is Bedazzled. And there's a lot
It
of
is a good one.
and there's a lot of life lessons to be learned in that one as well.
There is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dazzle works.
Bedazzled works.
That's a great movie. Yeah.
I love Bedazzled.
It's so good. It's so funny.
I think my favorite part in that movie is when he wakes up as a Colombian drug lord. That's it's so funny,
It's so funny.
and he actually speaks Spanish pretty good in that movie.
He does. Yeah.
Did you think of anything while I was?
Yeah. I mean, not really. But I would suggest George of the Jungle
Nice.
because it's also a fish out of water kind of story.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you got any suggestions,
Yeah, I don't got
Tokyo
anything. Sorry.
Drift, Shogun. What else has the white guy going to Japan theme? Oh, there's actually a show called Tokyo Vice on HBO Max.
Oh yeah.
The first season's pretty good. They fell off on the second season and then it got canceled. But I liked the first season.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
Yeah, it was cool.
Hmm.
What happened was in the first season they were going somewhere, right? They're like, all right,
Yeah.
this is where the train's heading. And then by the time the second season came, they're like, divert. We're not doing that anymore. They just went in a completely different route. And I was like, what the fuck? What about all this stuff you guys were building up? So
That sucks. I hate when that happens.
I know. It was kind of whack. But yeah, if you guys are looking for a show about somebody who goes to Japan and learns a bit of their culture and whatnot, Tokyo Vice. Let's do it. Let's move on to the bucket poll movie. So this is the second movie we're talking about. This is what I was talking about earlier at the beginning of this episode when I said we watch 2 movies a week. Last week, we pulled out of Eric's hat. Did you find a cooler thing to pull out of this time, Eric?
I did. I brought it.
Ooh,
big snow globe.
ooh.
It lights up.
So,
I don't know if you can see
so
the
this
lights,
time
yeah.
we'll be pulling out of that, but not right now, people. That's for later. Last week we pulled something out, and that movie was Batman Returns. It is from 1992. It has a PG-13 rating. Has a runtime of 2 hours and 6 minutes, and it's directed by Tim Burton. It's written by Bob Kane, Daniel Waters, Sam Hamm. I think Sam Hamm.
I don't know.
Stars Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, and Michelle Pfeiffer.
I love this movie.
That's a good one.
This is my favorite Batman movie. It's the one I grew up with.
We had it on VHS.
First Batman, yeah, first one in '89 came out the year I was born. So obviously I was too young to really watch that when it was made. And we didn't have the first one on VHS, but we had the second one.
Yeah.
And so I watched that movie, I don't know how many times. And I probably shouldn't have. It was probably a little too mature for
Yeah.
a 3-year-old.
Yeah. I was thinking that too
Like-
when I was watching it this time around. I was like, I think I watched
Yeah.
this movie too many times when I was younger.
Yeah. But no, it's great. Except during Christmas, which is why we watched it.
Yeah.
And it's in the bucket pool at this time.
Yeah, we're doing Christmas movies, people.
Yeah, Christmas movies. But no, it's great. I love it. Michael Keaton is my Batman. I love Catwoman's costume with all the stitches. I think it's cool.
Oh yeah.
Freaking Penguin is creepy.
Yeah.
I like Paul Rubens' little cameo at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I saw him and I was like, damn, I didn't
Yeah.
even realize he was in this movie. He might as
Yeah.
well not be. He was only on screen for like 3 minutes.
Paul Rubens plays the Penguin's dad.
Right.
And then in Gotham years later, they brought him back to play the same role
Oh, okay. That's cool.
as the Penguin's dad in that show.
And I guess he's probably in this because Tim Burton directed Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and that was like Tim Burton's big
Yeah.
first like big movie with like live action
Yep.
characters and stuff, right? So they probably have
Yeah.
a bit of a connection there.
Yeah. But yeah, great movie, fun movie. Um, the timeline of the movie makes absolutely no sense to me.
Yeah.
But it's good. What do you think?
Yeah, I like this movie. Yeah, I like we kind of grew up with it. It was VHS. We used to play it all the time. It's probably the Batman movie I remember the most because like I swear we
Mhm.
watched it all the time. That one, this one, and then the other Batman movie we had on VHS, which was with Batman and Robin. So with
We had
Mr. Freeze,
Forever.
Batman Forever. The one with
Yeah,
Mr.
with
Freeze
the
and Poison
original.
Ivy.
Freeze and Poison Ivy's Batman and Robin. Did we have that one on VHS? I don't remember that. I know we had Forever. 'Cause Carlos got that for his birthday one year, and I watched it a
I
lot.
don't know. Maybe I feel like I remember the one with Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy,
That one was on TV a lot.
and then I remember
But
this one the most out of all the older
yeah,
Batman movies. Um, but yeah, it's been a while since I watched it. Um, yeah, I want to say I haven't watched it since I was a kid, to be quite honest. Um,
uh,
I think I was on TV quite a bit, and I just watch bits and pieces here and there. Um, and it's funny. I was telling Natalie like the one thing that I remember that stuck with me the most out of this movie was Penguin's little lair and his giant rubber duck boat.
yeah,
I don't know what, especially that shot where he's coming in on the boat like real slow. It's like a real slow panning shot. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
It's like on it might be on a dolly or something. But oh yeah, it was like after Batman like foiled his plans at his speech or whatever, and he goes back
oh
down
yeah,
and he's like in that he's like fuck society pretty much, right? So when he's
yeah,
coming in on his boat and in that scene, that's the scene that, for whatever reason that stuck with me the most. That and then of course Catwoman after she finally becomes Catwoman with all the cats around her and stuff, and then she starts like
yeah.
with her whip and whatnot.
I never understood that
Yeah, I didn't
how she
either.
became Catwoman.
The cat's
Like
just
she gets
like
pushed out a window and cats come around, or did she just survive because she hit all those yawnings on the way down?
it reminded me of this
So
one
she,
shot in a Jackie Chan movie called Project
oh
A,
yeah,
I think, and he does this stunt where he goes through a bunch of those.
yeah.
um, but yeah, like it didn't make a lot of sense as to how she got
Didn't
powers
make no
from it,
sense,
but
but it's cool.
yeah,
And
I was like,
then
I fuck with it, and she's
that's
sexy, so
that scene at the end where you see her in the window and
I
the
like that
neon
shot. I
sign.
like that
Like
shot.
that's so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think this movie is mad cool because it Tim Burton's still like utilizing like all the stuff he's good at. Like there's still a lot of miniatures in it. There's still like a lot of like experimental shots. Like there's a shot where um the Penguin and Catwoman are going around the birdcage and the camera's kind of
yeah,
rotating with it. That's a cool shot, yo.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it feels very, very Tim Burton. Um,
It is. Yeah.
and I kind of miss that about it. I know artists change, they change their style and
Hmm.
stuff, but I don't know. I feel like Tim Burton was cooking at this point. You know what I mean?
He
He
was.
was just
Yeah.
whipping them out, son. He was whipping them
Yeah.
out like Paul Rubin at the theater. You know.
At the movie theater. Yeah.
I was also telling Natalie that I was like, see, this is why the way I am because the society has shaped me to be this way because they were showing me movies like this at a young age, and it was very sexual for no reason. I was watching a movie about Batman, and it was super sexual,
It was very sexual.
and Catwoman's like super sexy and kinky, and then leather.
Yeah.
And now I'm older and I have like this weird, attraction to girls in leather, and I think it's this movie's fault, bro.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Friggin' McDonald's got mad at him.
McDonald's got mad at Batman
Yeah,
Returns.
because they had a deal to do the toys, the Happy Meal toys. They're like, how are we supposed to make toys off of this movie?
That's so funny, yo. Yeah, it's super sexual. Michelle
Very much so.
Pfeiffer.
That's why the other
So
movies were not so much.
yeah. Also,
Although they did put nips on the suit.
Yeah, yeah. That's just because what's his face that was the director.
Joel Schumacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get those close-ups of the butt and the
Oh
crotch.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, rubber butt.
Oh, I was gonna say, Danny DeVito, and he was so perfectly casted in this movie, and
Right.
also too, I was wondering the whole time like what they were putting in his fucking mouth to like make his mouth black all the time.
Oh yeah,
He's just like constantly like spitting as he talks, and like black shit's just dripping out of his
yeah.
mouth. Like, what is that, bro?
He was so weird. Um,
Yeah.
but what I was saying with the timeline is Max Shrek pushes Selena out the window, right?
Uh huh.
She falls, becomes Catwoman. But then after that, all this stuff happens with Penguin and him trying to like find find who his family is.
Mm-hmm.
They show him visit the grave. They show him late at night and the thing, and Batman's like watching him, and like it seems like 2 days have gone by, and then you go to the meeting between Bruce and Max, and Selena shows up, and she's like, "Oh yeah, last night was such a blur. Like you didn't just get pushed out last night,
Yeah. Yeah. True.
you know? Like from what I'm seeing, it didn't seem like that,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Marlon Wayans was supposed to be Robin in this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What happened?
too many characters. They're like, we
Uh.
can't do it. But I think he still got paid for it. I think
Oh,
he
really?
may have even been in supposed to be the first one too. I don't
I
remember,
wonder.
but yeah,
Was
he
he
gets royalty checks from him.
what? And he wasn't even in it.
Yeah, he wasn't even in it. Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah.
Oh, did they shoot any shots with him in it or no?
I don't think so. I think they might have some concept art and like costumes, but I don't think they ever shot anything.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, also
Yeah.
too, I think it's pretty cool that Michelle Pfeiffer was just a badass with the whip. Apparently, that shot where she knocks off all the heads was like done on the
Oh
first
yeah,
try.
that's cool.
Yeah,
They didn't even bring in a stunt double. They just
no, she just on her first, literally the first shot they did of her going into that little shop area and she knocks the mannequins off. First try, wham wham wham,
that's
on
cool.
some Indiana Jones shit, son. Yeah. I also really liked that line when he he fights Catwoman at the end and she's like,
Yeah.
I haven't eaten all day. And he's like, eat floor. He like throws her down. I was like, what the fuck?
uh, I like when they when they figure out who each other is because they
Oh, right, at the dance.
repeat the lines that they told each other when they were in costume.
Yeah, that was cool.
Also, like that at the masquerade ball, they're the only ones not in costume because they actually are wearing
I know.
their mask.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, that makes sense. I was
yeah,
like, I wonder if they'd be more noticeable as the other, as like as Catwoman or
yeah.
as Batman if they had a mask on, you know?
Right. But yeah, it's Batman is who Bruce Wayne really is. Like Bruce Wayne is the facade he has to keep up.
Right.
So
The
Bruce
Playboy
Wayne is the
billionaire.
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So like they were technically like wearing their mask with even though they weren't
True.
wearing
Yeah.
masks.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you know if that little symbol that Christopher Walken's business, like the little like
That the
smiley,
little like cat smiley face
yeah,
thing.
is that just from this movie or is that from the comics?
I think that's just from this movie.
Because
It's a it looks like it's a Tim Burton kind of design.
for some reason that was another thing that really stuck with me with this movie when I was little was that little symbol.
Right. It does.
I think it's just everywhere in
Um,
this movie. I think that's why.
it is. It reminds me of the little doll from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh
The little
yeah,
like vampire doll.
yeah,
That's what that looks like.
yeah. I like
Yeah.
I like the all the miniatures of the city and stuff too. Feel like it's very like if Metropolis was like a gothic city. Not
Yeah.
not like I'm talking like the 1920s like Metropolis uh movie, like the cities, like the giant skyscrapers with like the bridges that are connecting them and stuff. And then you just made it gothic. I feel like that's what this movie city is.
Yeah. No, I've always liked the feel of the Tim Burton's Batman movies. Like it's like the era is very like vague. You don't know like
Yeah,
when exactly this takes place.
yeah.
Um, it's cool.
It kind of feels.
I forget who Kevin Smith was talking about. Someone I think they worked for DC. I don't know if it was an artist or writer, but they said that Metropolis is basically New York during the day, and Gotham is New York at night.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You saying that the time period feels very vague.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of, in The Grinch when they go like they slowly start to zoom in on the snowflake, and then you realize this whole story is taking place on a snowflake.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like some kind of like weird obscure world that's like completely different to our own. That's kind of what this
Mhm.
Gotham feels like to me.
Yeah.
Like it could be taking place on a snowflake, you know?
I want to know how Selena Kyle survived that electrocution at the end.
I know, right? She had 9
Like,
lives, right?
it's crazy. I know. She said it.
Yeah.
She's saving the last one for next Christmas.
Yeah. Good movie though. Good movie.
Yeah, good movie.
Tim Burton.
Great way to start off the Christmas season.
I agree. This was a good. I'm glad we pulled this movie because this is like
Yeah.
a good transition from Halloween to Christmas.
Yeah.
Um.
Mhm.
All right. You want to move on to the bucket pool and
Yeah.
what we're gonna watch next week?
Let's find out. Should we shake it a little bit? There's like hardly anything.
Come on, give me something good. Escalators, escalators, escalators.
It's Black Christmas.
Hey, that's a good one. Hey, cool. I like that movie. I don't know if Nata's
Never seen it.
I don't know if Nata's gonna want to watch it because it's creepy. She kind of got creeped out the first
Okay.
time we watched it, so I have to watch it by myself. That's okay though.
All right. Cool.
You're gonna see all the tropes there. You're gonna be like, oh snap!
Yeah. Oh,
This is where John Carpenter got it from.
this is where they got all that from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Very. That's funny. We got 2 Christmas movies that aren't very Christmas.
Yeah.
Do we have a lot of movies in there that are Christmas, like Christmassy, super Christmas, like The Grinch or something?
I tried not to include like things that we've watched like a lot. I tried to include little more obscure ones or ones that we haven't seen as much.
That's some
Or
nuance.
at least ones I haven't seen as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but there are some like definite Christmas movies in there. So
Cool.
we'll see what we pull. And if anyone has any suggestions, let me know so I can put them
Put
in
it in
there.
the comments. Put in the comments what Christmas movies you guys want us to watch. Yeah. I don't know. There's probably some movies I don't want to watch, but if you like them, put them in the
Yeah.
comments, and we'll put them in, and we'll put it in the snow globe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool beans.
Cool.
What's next on the podcast structure? What we've been watching.
What we've been watching.
What have you been watching, brother?
What have I been watching? Squid Game: The Challenge.
There's a new Squid Game show?
Yeah, the game show.
Oh, it's a game show. Okay.
Yeah.
And they shoot people or?
No.
Okay.
But they, because it's the second season, they did it before, but they wear like ink, like squibs around their. I'm assuming they have like a necklace and it just hangs on their chest.
Explodes?
But yeah, it explodes and then they have like big ink spot on their chest and they pretend like they're dead. And people really act like these people are dead sometimes. They're like, dude, it's a game.
Wait. So they have contestants on a game show. They compete, and when they lose, it blows up, and you have to pretend like you die.
Yeah, they pretend like they're dead. Yeah, they like fall down and like close their eyes.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now,
It's all
if I was on a
dramatic.
game show and I fucking lost, I'm not pretending like I'm dying, okay? I'm going to be fucking pissed.
I'm not either.
I'm
I don't
like,
know if I would ever do this show.
I'm not going to be like,
It
oh man, I lost. You know, like,
the way the show is structured too, because now most reality shows and like game shows, like they'll probably like focus on certain characters, like certain people,
yeah.
because
hmm They're
for
more,
whatever reason,
they have more
and then
chemistry
you
with the
kind of
audience or
follow
something.
you kind of follow those characters throughout the show.
Yeah.
Not with this. Like they'll basically show you someone, and if they're like focusing on that person, you know they're gonna get got in like the next episode, if not the one you're watching.
Dang. Well, that's kind of, that's,
Yeah, so it's like okay. So there's like it doesn't give you time to like really connect with anyone long enough for you to really root for them. So by the end of the show, everyone that's left, you're like, I don't know anything about these guys. I don't care if they win.
yeah. It's
So,
funny.
you know, but yeah, I watched that. Uh, I think that might be it. Yeah, I watched a little bit of Dragon Ball Z when I was folding laundry the other day.
Hey,
That's cool. Yeah, it's the Cell games.
Dragon Balls.
Gohan just tagged in. Like Goku's like, I can't do it. Gohan's gonna fight.
Yo, honestly, the
That's where
Cell
I'm at.
games are dope.
Yeah, that's like everyone's favorites, and I've never actually like watched it all the way through. I'm trying to get through it finally.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
I finally watched all the way through. I think this year because, um, yeah, I think that was the only saga I haven't seen like every episode of. So
yeah,
yeah, but it was cool. It was really cool. Piccolo has an
yeah,
awesome fight with Android 17. Um,
yeah.
uh, Trunks is super cool always. Um,
Mhm.
I like that Vegeta kind of gets like fond of him and is like really proud of him.
Yeah,
Um, I also like that Vegeta has a cool fight with Android 18, and then he also
yeah.
kind of ends up helping. Well, I guess you haven't really watched the whole thing, so I won't say anything. But um, yeah, he has a cool moment with Cell too. Um,
Nice.
yeah, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, yeah. I started really getting into Dragon Ball at a weird time in the series because like when I like really like got into it was at the start of the Majin Buu saga, like during
Yeah,
the like world tournament, like then. Um, so like there was all this lore behind it that I had no idea about. You
right.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think when it was on TV and I got really into it was also the Buu Saga, but I don't know if I watched reruns or what, but I went Dragon Ball Z crazy when I was younger and I watched like everything.
yeah.
And I got like every get video game. We got like every Dragon Ball Z video game. And so
hmm
like there's some things I'm like I don't know if I know this because of the games or if I actually watched this or not. You know what I mean?
I know most things because of the games because each of the Budokai games basically went over the story again.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
like I basically know what happens. I just actually haven't seen it in the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I actually surprisingly I do remember a ton of the Saiyan saga. I remember a ton of the Frieza. So I don't know when I started watching Dragon Ball Z, but I remember watching all of those on TV.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember watching the Frieza saga because those were the reruns that they would play while we were waiting for the new episodes
Right.
of
Yeah. I think that's what it was.
Z to
Yeah.
come out. Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah. Good show.
Yeah, I love Dragon Ball Z. Um, it's funny that you're watching a game show, like a Korean game show, because I was watching a Korean game show too. I was watching the
Nice.
Physical Asia show.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
It's pretty intriguing. I like it a lot. I like physical sports like that, and um yeah, and I've been working out a lot, so it's kind of it's a
Nice.
little inspiring to go to the gym. I was watching it with Natalie and Aria, and Aria really liked it too. We were all like really
Nice.
getting really into it. um,
Awesome.
yeah. Um, and then while she was over here, we watched Ready Player One. because
Great.
yeah, because she's actually pretty savvy with a lot of the references in it. Besides, like maybe some of the film references, like The Shining, she hasn't seen. Um,
Yeah.
but like there's like Master Chief's in it. She and I were playing Halo. I think we're like almost done with the game actually. Um,
Nice.
and then we watched Iron Giant recently, so she understood that reference. Um,
Awesome.
so there's a lot of stuff in it that she recognized. There's some stuff that I had to tell her. I was like, "You see that? That's from this,"
Yeah.
But she liked that. I thought she was gonna like it more. I don't know how much she actually did like it. She got like kind of like sick and like she was like really tired towards the end of the movie.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
uh, but she said she liked it. So she spent like 8 hours playing video games with CJ, Isella, and Lolly. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
What were they
they're
playing?
playing Fortnite like all day this past Saturday, like literally for like from like 11 a.m. to like maybe 6 7 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, the next day I was like, yo, you're cut off from video games, bro. Like you played too much this weekend. But that's why I showed her Ready Player One because I was like,
Yeah.
you might like this because Fortnite kind of has it is a similar thing where you can play different games in it, and
Yeah.
it kind of feels like Ready Player One a bit. You have your avatar and
Yeah.
shit like that. You can be
You
whoever you
have
want to
different
be.
skins and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, this might be a good time to show you this. Um.
Nice.
So yeah, we watched Ready Player One. That was fun. We've talked about Ready Player One on the podcast before, so I'm not going to go too in depth
Yeah.
about it. And then this one is kind of a surprise, Eric, but I watched for the first time. Is it yesterday? No, 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I watched for the first time The Fifth Element.
Whoa. That's a good one.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked it. Um, I will say this is a movie I had never seen, and I've been meaning to watch for a long, long time. And because people know I'm like a cinephile, they constantly ask me if I've seen The Fifth Element, and I feel like of all the movies, that's the movie people are always like, you haven't seen this movie, you know? And so
Multi-pass.
multipass, yeah. So I feel like in my head I built it up to be like this like crazy movie that's like gonna blow my fucking mind, And I'm sure when it came out, it did do that to people, but like it didn't for me. I liked it still. I'm not saying it was that all bad. I'm just saying that the way people reacted made it seem like this movie was gonna change my fucking life. And
Mm.
it didn't. It was funny. It was cool. You could tell it's directed by Luc Besson. Um, he's kind of a pervert. Um, all the futuristic girls have skimpy outfits on.
Yeah.
Um, but it's funny. It's playful. It feels a little childlike. Like even when
Mhm.
uh what's her face is Lilu is fighting the what are they called? Like I want to call them Gorgonites, but that's fucking small soldiers. Like the Mongrels or something, right? The Mongrels.
Yeah, I don't remember.
She
Yeah.
she's fighting them, and there's like this kung fu thing that happens. And the Mongrels remind me a lot of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like guys in costumes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Mongrels are the guys in suits reminded me of Ninja Turtles, like guys in suits doing kung fu and shit and karate, like um. So that part I thought was a little silly. I know like it's not a movie that's supposed to be taken super seriously, um,
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, I think Luc Besson. I think he's like a really good filmmaker, but I think there's his conflict in his movies feel a little childlike, and I don't mean that as an insult either.
Yeah.
But like you have this movie that's kind of like about saving the human race, right? and like there's this big question like, do we deserve to be saved? Which is exactly the theme in my short film too, as well, by the way.
Yeah.
But and the way to save the world is like through love, which just feels like a very like hippie answer or like a kid answer, and also too like the like earth, wind, fire, water thing reminded me of Captain Planet, so it feels very like childlike in a way. And I'm not saying that, like I've said, like I'm not saying this bad thing, people. I know people are gonna go crazy if I try to shit on this movie at all, but I'm not trying to shit on it. I liked it a lot. I'm just saying that the fifth element has childlike elements in it, which if you know the director, I feel like it makes a little bit of sense there, um, being that he's kind of an accused pedo, I feel like,
Yeah.
and he very much has like a type, all the girls like feel like they all kind of look the same,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's it was cool. I liked it though. I liked it a lot. It was really funny. It's very quotable.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker and Chris Tucker kind of steals the show, and so does what's his name?
Gary
Gary
Oldman.
Oldman. There you go. Yeah, Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both stole the show for me. And Bruce Willis kind of just feels like his character from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. You know how I discovered that movie?
How?
Because no one ever told me about it. So I want to say it was when um, Auntie Sonia had just moved into the house that you live in now. Because I found it sitting on top of a box, like of stuff, because they were like still unpacking. And it was the VHS, and the tagline said the Star Wars of the 90s or something like that. And I was like, this looks cool.
Mhm.
So I asked if I could borrow it. And Nancy said, yeah, but make sure you give it back to us because that's like your uncle's favorite movie. And I was like, okay.
Mhm.
So I took it home and I watched it, and I watched it I don't know how many times. It was so cool. Like I was pretty young.
Mhm.
Uh and yeah, so I did give it back. But I was asking Sean later because in my loot crate I got a multi-pass, Lee's multi-pass.
Nice.
And I asked him if his dad wanted it. He's like, your dad likes this movie, right? Do you think he'd want this? And he was like, my dad's never seen that movie. I was like, what? He's like, I don't think my dad's ever watched that. I was like,
What?
okay.
Ask Auntie Sonia. Ask Auntie. Maybe
Yeah,
Sean doesn't know that he likes it.
I don't know. But I do know he likes Ted.
That's funny.
But yeah, so that's how I found it. Like, no one ever told me about it. I didn't know it was like a cult classic
That's cool.
until like much later. And people were like, oh, yeah, have you ever seen like The Fifth Element and stuff? And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I have actually. That's a good movie.
Yeah. That's that's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if our Uncle Mario actually likes it or not now. like,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really confused because I remember specifically them telling me like, "Oh yeah, that's your uncle's favorite movie, so make sure you bring it back." I was like, "Oh, "Okay,
that's funny. Yeah, Mila
yeah,
Jovovich is like pretty naked in the whole movie too. So
yeah."
I'm sure you're like, all right, this is dope.
I was just looking for the Star Wars of the '90s, that like this
Yeah,
pretty much naked chick running around
yeah,
with Bruce Willis.
yeah. I will say this movie too. It has a good mix of 3D CGI and practical effects. And I was telling
Mhm.
Natalie and her cousin, because her cousin was over here. I was like, "Yo, this is like." I don't think they realized that this was like probably the best way to make movies. At the time that
Yeah,
they were doing it, they were still transitioning to CG, and now everything's CG. Everything's on a fucking blue screen, and that's why you get like these movies that look like fucking Spy Kids 3. No offense, Robert Rodriguez, but but like now everything's CGI. But back then, like there was they were still like transitioning into it, so there's still a lot of
yeah,
use of practical effects. There's still a lot of like like miniatures that are used. There's still a lot of like matte paintings that are used, and it's like a good mix of both, right?
Yeah.
And same with Disney, right? Disney had it right too. Disney was like had like with Treasure Planet and stuff like that. There's like some 3D elements, but some 2D elements. And now you could see in
Yeah.
animation they're trying to kind of go back to it. They're mixing it up more, especially Sony,
Yeah.
right? Um, so like that was like I don't think they knew what they had when they had it. You know what I mean?
Right.
To me, I when it comes to special effects, that was the peak. You know, the mix of practical and CGI, great. And this
I
movie,
think that is the best way to do it. And if you could blend it so that you can't tell which is
yeah,
which, like,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, the Fifth Element had some pretty good special effects and mix of both.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Cool.
But yeah, that's oh, and then I started watching Last Samurai Standing on Netflix. It's really good, yo. it's it's pretty cool. Uh, it's like I feel like it was made for me, you know? Like this is my kind of show, my kind of like my kind of story, you know? Um it feels like do you ever watch the anime Rurouni Kenshin, Eric?
I've seen like an episode here or there.
So it feels like, and there's this new anime called Hell's Paradise. It feels like a mix between Hell's Paradise and Rurouni Kenshin. The whole story structure feels like a lot like anime, but like, and I was telling Natalie this today too. It's like a lot of times anime has like really good story structure, and I think that's what people get like really hooked on it. You know, um,
Hmm.
and but it's all animated, and when you have animated characters, you could do like really silly things with them. You kind of really push the characters to do like crazy faces and stuff like that, right? Um,
Yeah.
and have like really silly, goofy comedy, like slapstick humor. And it works because it's animated. But then those shows get popular, and then they try to make live actions of those shows, and then they try to transfer all the stuff that they do in the animation to live action. Then it doesn't work because it's live action. It's a different thing, right?
Yeah.
But this show, I
Mhm.
think what it does really well is, and I'm not sure if this is what they did on purpose, if they did it on purpose or not, but the story structure feels very much like anime, but they cut out all the silly, goofy comedy stuff, all the silly, cartoony stuff, and they just kept it like a cool live action samurai show that feels like it could have been like an Akira Kurosawa film, you know? I feel and I'm not sure if it was shot on film or not, but they add this like really nice grainy texture to it that feels like old samurai movies, and I like it. It's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. I
Awesome.
started kind of binging it today. I think I'm already on like the third or fourth episode.
Wow. I didn't even know that was the show.
It's cool. It's very cool. Check it out, people.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like it was just released earlier this month, like
Yeah.
earlier this week almost. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it got released and I was like, ooh, I want to watch this. So I thought it was a movie at first. And then I was like, oh, this is the show? And then I got really excited. So
Awesome.
sure. And then that's it. That's all I've been watching.
All right. Cool.
Um sorry, long winded what I've been watching. Sorry, people.
Yeah, it's all right.
Um is there anything you're looking forward to, Eric?
There's something that's coming out around Christmas.
Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme does look good. That comes out on Christmas, right?
Yeah, I was talking to some guy at the theater about it. We were talking about the Safdie brothers and stuff. We were shooting the shit. I wanted to tell him about the podcast, but I felt like it was too intrusive.
I I wanted to do that too, actually, at the theater last night. Um, I was wearing my Spider-Man, my Scarlet Spider hoodie,
Mm.
and kid at the cash register was like, "Oh, I really like your hoodie. Like, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan." I was like, "Oh man, me too." And he's like, "Oh yeah, you got the Power Ranger hat? Like, that's cool." I was like, "Yeah, thanks."
He was vibing
And
with you, Eric.
yeah, and then I paid for my stuff with my Squirtle debit card, and he was like, "What is that?" And he was like, "Dude, you're like the coolest person I've ever met."
Nice.
I was like, "Thanks, man."
That's so funny, yo. I'm just excited for Marty Supreme to join us. I don't think, and then
It looks good
and
for a movie about ping pong.
I know, right? It does look mad good, and I like Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah,
I feel
he's
like
good.
he's gonna be like the next Tom Cruise or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He does more artsy films, I think, though, than Tom Cruise does. So maybe he's gonna be more like the next. I don't know.
maybe Austin Butler's the next Tom Cruise.
Yeah, yeah. He's good. Timothy Chalamet's gonna be the next. What's his place? What's his name? From There Will Be Blood and
Uh, um, Daniel Day
Daniel
Lewis.
Day Lewis. Yeah, Timothy Chalamet's gonna be the next Daniel Day Lewis. Watch.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I like him a lot. I feel like a lot of old people shit on him just because he's a young guy, but like he's mad good, yo. Like
yeah,
he's really good
he's good
actor,
in
yo.
everything he's
Yeah,
in.
he's
Like,
awesome. He seems like a really cool, chill dude. Like every interview I've seen him in, he's like super cool.
yeah, like when he took what was it, a Beyblade to some kind of like
Yeah,
uh, premiere or something,
hella
right? Like,
cool. Yeah, Arya's super into Blades right now. By the way, we've been
let it
we've been
rip.
letting
Is that
it.
what they
Yeah,
say?
we've been letting it rip a lot around the house. um.
Kill Bill, the Kill Bill,
All
the whole
right,
story
the whole
thing.
bloody
Yeah,
affair. Yeah, I want
yeah,
to check that out, yo. I'm gonna take
me
Natalie to
too.
it.
It's almost 5 hours long.
I know she's not gonna want to go. I don't think I'm gonna tell her it's 5 hours long. Just gonna take her.
Hopefully, there's an intermission.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing. Yeah, there's Marty Supreme on Christmas. Anaconda on Christmas too. And pretty
A
much it.
new Anaconda or a
There's
re-release?
it's a reboot. The story actually reminds me a lot of Tropic Thunder. Did you know Tropic Thunder? They were making a movie,
Uh huh.
and then they end up kind of being like they
They end up
go
actually having to
shoot like
survive the
guerrilla
jungle.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's basically what happens here. So
Okay.
uh, Jack Black and Paul Rudd play friends who want to reboot Anaconda, and they go to the Amazon. They have a snake trainer and stuff, and then they accidentally kill like the snake that they had. So now they have to go to the jungle and find a real snake, like an actual like wild
Oh
anaconda.
no.
And yeah,
Is that a comedy? It sounds silly.
yeah, it's a comedy. It
Okay.
looks funny.
Okay. Cool.
Um, Sydney Sweeney and what's her face? Is it Amanda Seyfried? Their movie,
Oh yeah, I want to see that one.
The Housemaid.
Yeah, that one looks like
That's coming out.
it's gonna put fear right into my boner. You know.
Oh, and then there's the new Knives Out movie. It's in a small theatrical release.
That's cool. I like Knives Out.
Getting the title of it, but yeah, I like Knives Out. I like Glass Onion. So
I didn't see the second one. Is it good?
second one's good. Yeah,
I got kind of mad that like the first one came out on Amazon and then the second one came out on Netflix.
yeah.
I don't know why I got mad about it, but it's just like something feels weird about it, so I didn't watch the second one.
The second one's the same thing as this one. Is where they're having a small theatrical release. They put it straight to Netflix because I guess they have like a deal with the director or something.
Huh.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Cool. But all right, you want to move on to final thoughts?
yeah. Let's do it.
Let's
I was
do
gonna
it.
ask if you could rent someone, who would you rent? Like, what person would that be?
I'd rent. Let's see. I just get like 5 other girlfriends. No, I'm just kidding. That sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like hell, honestly. That sounds like something you do to a friend to prank them. It's like, here, man, I got you 5 girlfriends. You know, like, no, I think I don't know. That's hard to say. That's hard. Honestly, this is gonna come off really sad, but I think what I would do is I'd rent out like an old guy to be like my grandpa for a day or two.
Yeah,
Just because with our grandpa, like there was a huge language barrier, and I feel like I never really got
yeah,
to know him, you know, or talk to him, or even really
yeah,
receive any wisdom from him, you know. So
yeah.
So yeah, I think I'd do that.
uh, I like that answer. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, with the language barrier, it is hard. And I would always get upset at like my white friends who
I know.
would talk about their grandparents like in such a negative way. It's like, oh, I hate my grandpa.
I
He said
know.
this. Like, dude, you can talk to your grandpa.
I know, right?
Like, that is so awesome.
I know.
Like the fact that your grandpa could tell you something that upsets you is so
It's
cool to
cool.
me.
Yeah, I agree. I know exactly what
Because
you're
my
talking about.
grandpa just tells me weird jokes that I don't understand, but I laugh with him anyway because I know he
Exactly.
loves me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So I get
Yeah.
that. What about you? You have a
Yeah.
what would you do? Who would you rent out? For what reason?
Um, I would rent out a girlfriend.
Nice. Nice.
But that's just I don't know, or a wife. I
Like,
mean, that's kind of sad because why not just go find a girlfriend?
yeah.
um,
But I think
I don't
I
know,
think
it would be nice to just have a companion, like not like an escort. I can go get an escort, right,
all
or a
right.
prostitute, which is illegal,
Yeah.
but I could do that. But
Yeah.
that's not what I would be looking for. Like just looking for like a person to just hang out with, you know,
Yeah.
talk.
That just be a companion.
Yeah,
Yeah. Have some
yeah,
company.
that's pretty much it.
Um
Yeah,
no, yeah, like I think, and honestly I don't think it would be like I think that's actually kind of helpful in a way. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I think the biggest thing when it comes to, especially like, because I have a lot of, like, the male loneliness epidemic is real in America right now. Yo, it's so real.
yeah,
Um, like I have so many friends that they're single, and I could tell they want a partner, but they have no idea how to get
yeah,
one. You know, and the idea of trying to get one is like terrifying, and I totally get it. Uh,
yeah,
and I think the biggest thing is just being able to talk to girls like they're just any other person. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
that's like where it's hard for them to like actually just talk to, like, how, like, I think that's the biggest question is like, how am I supposed to talk to them? What am I supposed to say? You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I think
Yeah,
having,
meeting someone like naturally like out in the wild is so weird because
yeah,
like I want to just approach someone. Like I know I wouldn't want someone to just randomly talk to me when I'm out doing whatever I got to do out in the world.
yeah,
So I don't want to like be rude.
yeah.
But like, how else am I going to meet anyone? So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's funny too, because I was actually telling Natalie the other day, because I was like, I don't have a ton of friends here. I have some friends here, and the only reason I have some friends here is because um one of my friends is like a crazy extrovert, right? And he knows like everybody in Orlando. And so at least in the anime community, Magic Gathering community, board game community, he's like in 10 different communities. But like I met him at a bar because he has a Full Metal Alchemist tattoo, and I have a Full Metal Alchemist tattoo. So we bonded over that.
nice.
And then I remember the night we met too. He was like, "There's these girls in the parking lot," and he was like, "I wanted to talk to them." And I was like, "I'll go with you, man." And he was like, "You will?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go." We went over and talked, and those girls ended up being like some of the craziest girls I ever met. They're like they're like kind of like low key little famous here in Orlando. They're like
Oh,
uh, yeah, they're like OF model girls, and they're like anime chicks. They go to like every con. They always have like suites and stuff there. They have like a million followers on
wow.
Instagram, shit like that. Like
All paid for by their subscribers.
yeah, they're those kind of girls. They're crazy, yo.
Wow.
Super cool, chill girls. But like, it's just they're just, yeah,
Yeah.
they're wild. But anyways, this friend I have, he knows everybody, and that's the only reason I have like a group of friends is because like I met everybody through him. Um,
Yeah.
which is usually how it works for me because I'm not really good at making friends. Uh, I'm a cool, chill dude, but I'm actually like very much an introvert. I don't ever go out of my way to befriend anybody. You know, like like
Yeah.
every friend I've ever made is because they talk to me first. Uh, and and but I've been telling Natalie recently, like, I was like, I don't have any friends, and I don't talk to anybody besides you and the people I work with, and my roommate. And I was like, so I've been trying my best to like talk to strangers again because I don't really talk to anybody. So I've been talking to like random people here and there. And I'm trying really hard not to be like, because what I always do is like, if someone starts to talk to me and I don't really want to talk to them, I'll just keep it really short, and then I'll just be like, okay, I gotta
Yeah.
go, and I don't really have a conversation with them, just like waiting for a moment to leave. So I've been trying really hard to just like
Yeah.
sit there and like be able to actually listen and communicate with the stranger. Um, and
Yeah.
actually, the other day, I accidentally got some girl's number, and, and I didn't mean to. I didn't know it was gonna happen this way. And like I said, I just been trying to talk to more people. And there's this girl that was working out next to me, and she was like on her headphones, like jamming out, like right. And I was like, I wonder what she's listening to. And I was like, should I ask her? And I was like, no, fuck it up. Like I'll ask her. Like I gotta get used to talking to strangers. So I was like, hey,
Yeah.
what are you listening to? And she got really excited, yo. Like I did not expect this reaction. She got hella hyped and just started talking to me about music and like all the stuff she's into. And then she's like, all my tattoos are based off of bands. And then uh, she's like, do you have Spotify? I was like, yeah. She's like, I could send you my Spotify playlist. And she's like, it's like invite only though.
Oh,
And so,
yeah.
and me being like a fucking boomer, I'm not a boomer, but like in this situation, I was acting like one. I thought she was gonna like send it through to me through Spotify or like one of those like weird Apple
Like an
phone.
airdrop
Yeah, where
thing.
they
Yeah.
just tap their phone on my phone and I have it now or something, like,
Yeah.
so and she was like, oh here, just put your number in, and I was like, oh, like I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble. So I put my number in, and she sent me her Spotify playlist. And I immediately went home and I told her myself to Natalie, and I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this. It just kind of happened. I didn't want to be rude. What was I supposed to do when she handed
Yeah.
over her phone? Like, no, like this is where this conversation ends. Like,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, that's really hard for people to do that. And it's
Yeah.
even hard for me. And like I said, like I'm just trying. Like this is just me trying it out. You know what I mean? Like this is me
Yeah.
practicing. Like.
Yeah. And a while back when I was on a walk, uh, girl was walking the other way. She was walking her dog, and the dog like kind of like ran up to me, and she like called the dog. The dog's name was Roxy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And like she was like, "Oh, sorry," and I was just like, "Yeah, whatever." And I just kept on walking. And after like she passed, I was like, "My dog's name was Roxy. I could have been like, hey, I had a dog named Roxy, and we could have talked. I could have talked to someone,
Yeah.
but I didn't even think to do that because I'm just doing my thing."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's moments like that that actually like engage you in a conversation with a stranger. Uh,
Yeah.
and not everyone wants to talk to everybody. Sometimes you'll say something to
No,
somebody and they might come off kind of cold, and then you just go, okay, well they don't want to talk to me,
you
and
just
you
keep
walk
going.
away.
Just whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of moments like that too.
Yeah.
Even times where like someone will tell me something and I kind of come off kind of cold, and then like later on I think about it and I'm
Yeah.
like, I feel like I kind of was an asshole in that situation. Like I feel like I should have said more.
I know I do that a lot, actually. Uh, there's been people that have been like, yeah, when I first met you, like I thought like you were like mean and like you didn't like me, and I was like, no, that that's not how I felt at all.
Yeah.
I just didn't know you.
Yeah. Stranger danger, motherfucker. You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, yeah,
But yeah,
I think renting a girlfriend for a day or two just I think that would help people just communication wise in being able to talk to
yeah,
somebody that a stranger really.
yeah, yeah. I think it would help. I think it would be nice just to have someone to talk to, hang out with.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not my friends that are all dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
I think
yeah,
too I could totally do this job. The rental family thing.
yeah,
I actually think I would really like it. To be honest. like like I don't know what it is, I was saying this a while back that like ever since I had a kid, I feel like now when I look at people, no matter how old they are, young or old, even like grandparents old, right? I'll look at them and I think of like, oh, they were a kid once, like
yeah,
there was someone's child at some point, and I bet you anything that they grew up and they didn't. There wasn't a ton that changed about them. Like there's probably still a lot about them that they carried through their entire life, from like childhood to now. The like yeah, like for example, right? Like you ever have a friend that you haven't seen in a while, right? And then you guys go meet up, and it feels kind of weird at first because it's like I haven't talked to you in like 3 years in person, right? Like what, it like you've gone through so many things that I don't know about. But then as you're talking to them, you're like, oh, they're the same person. They actually haven't changed as much as I thought they've changed. Have you ever had that experience?
Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, most of the time when I meet up with someone I haven't seen in a while, it is like it's just um, like yeah, things have changed. You have a new job, you have a wife, you have kids, and now whatever. They're still the same person. They still pretty much act the same,
Yeah,
you know. And it's just like it's almost like no time has passed, even though so much time has passed.
exactly. You know,
Um, yeah,
yeah. Yeah, like so when I see people like now, I'm like, they probably like just were born like a certain person, and they just carried that specific personality with them their entire life,
yeah,
and um, it makes me want to like get to know them more. It makes me want to like care for them more. It makes me feel
hmm
like a lot more empathetic to strangers. Um, and like
yeah,
I notice too sometimes like, and I hope it doesn't come off creepy at all, but I notice sometimes too like when people are like passing by me, like I tend to smile like a lot more at them now. Like before, when people strangers would like pass me, I wouldn't
yeah,
even look at them. They don't exist, like.
yeah,
But now, like when they just pass me by, I'll make sure I acknowledge them, and I'm like hey, how's it going? And
yeah,
and there's a part of me that actually does want to get to know them, like
yeah.
I wonder what kind of person you are, Everyone's so unique,
Uh,
like so, and I feel like I that didn't happen to me until I had a kid.
hmm, no. There's a there's an old lady that I see every morning on my way to work. She's always outside walking her dog, and she waves at every car that drives by.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And so, yeah, and so I look forward to seeing her, and I'd like I would like to like get to know this person. I see so many people on my way to work,
Mhm.
and I recognize people. I recognize different cars, but like this person, because she waves at me every day, I'm like, I want to know you. I
Right,
want to know who you are.
right.
Like you seem like such a nice person.
Yeah, yeah. And not everybody's really nice, like for example, like one time one time Natalie and I were at a Wawa, and I was a little drunk, and there's a cashier working there, and his name was Travis, and I was like, hey, I have
Hmm.
a friend named Travis, and he was like, I don't care, man. And I was like, okay, all right. But then like I don't want to get to know that person. That person is like
Yeah.
a terrible person. you know. But
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. Uh, but getting back to the movie, uh, one thing I liked is when you see the montage of him going out and being rented out to all these different people. I like that you can see that him going out and meeting these people and being like pretty much like a positive like person in their lives not only starts to change their lives but also starts to change his life. Like
Yeah.
you see his apartment and he like starts cleaning his apartment, and then the same thing happened with the guy he would go and play video games with, which
Hmm.
it looked like the guy was playing a Dreamcast, which I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
uh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And it kind of
so that
it
was
kind of
that was
happened with
cool.
everybody in the office that worked there too. Like if you notice at the
Yeah,
end, their office completely looks completely different by the end of the movie.
yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, that's a good point. And I know for a second that we kind of just talked about ourselves, but like I feel like that's kind of the point of this movie, yo. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
to kind of like look inward and to create a little bit more empathy in the world. Um,
yeah.
so um, yeah, very 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 cute and heartfelt movie. How crazy was it when the boss's family was not his actual family?
Was not his family. Honestly, I was kind of expecting that.
Were you?
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I was like, I bet that's not his kid, but that's not his wife.
As soon as he was like, "No, that didn't feel right. Take it back," I was like,
Yeah.
"Motherfucker!"
Yeah, no, I thought that like a little bit after the first time we see them, I was like, I wonder if that's actually his family.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know why. I just did.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Which is pretty crazy, you know. Like he was kind of faking a
Yeah.
life too, and
Yeah.
which is why too, like when Brendan Fraser when he at the end when he goes to the funeral, right, and then the boss kind of walks up, and Brendan Fraser's like, "Hey, I'm sorry for what I said to you," you know, and he's like, "It's all
Mhm.
right. I needed to hear it." Because I think
Yeah.
that was really what like helped him like kind of realize like I can't be make pretending this family thing anymore, you know.
Yeah. What do you think of that first funeral scene though?
That shit was so funny, yo.
That was so weird.
Natalie and I were trying to figure out what the fuck was happening. We are like, is this
Yeah.
like one of the? Because you ever heard of those things where they do a funeral before the funeral, like before somebody actually
Yeah.
dies?
Like the person's there and they want to see everyone that comes to their funeral.
First of all,
Like,
that's mad narcissistic, right? Like, why you want to pretend like
yeah,
you dead so you can see how your friends feel about it? Like, I feel like
right.
that's got to be some kind of weird psychological insecurity thing, you know?
For real. Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, it was really funny to see Brendan Fraser's reaction when he was like the guy got up and like looked at him.
Yeah, with the guy like,
He was like, "Oh."
yeah, he's
Brendan,
playing sad American.
yeah, he kind of played sad American in the movie too, you know. Uh,
Yeah.
um, it's which is I was about to say too. Like I feel like Brendan Fraser's a good cast, you know. Like
Yeah.
it kind of made me think of when Guillermo del Toro was like, "I cast the eyes. I always cast the eyes." Right? It's like if you don't have the eyes, you don't have the character. Brendan Fraser, I feel like he's really good at his with sad eyes,
Yeah.
like those like sad understanding eyes.
Hmm.
He's really good at that, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think he was really well casted.
Yeah. And it's cool that like the two stories we follow basically are uh things that were kind of missing in his life. So he didn't really know his dad, and he finds a father figure in
Mm-hmm.
the old man, but he also doesn't have a family, and he finds a daughter
Yep.
in this girl who's pretending to be her father,
Mm-hmm.
and it was interesting, and I kind of related to it because I've always wanted a family. I don't have one, um, but I have so many. Like I have my nieces and my nephew, and I have friends that have kids, and um, I'm not their father, but I still have an impact on these kids' lives,
Yeah.
um, and so it's cool that I'm able to do that and to be a father figure to kids.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. It's yeah. There were so many moments in this movie where Brandon Fraser was like, you know, with his make pretend daughter, and that
yeah,
was like really get me in the feels, yo. Because
yeah,
I have a daughter that's about the same age, you know. So
hmm
yeah.
yeah. I liked what he had to say about her in the interview. Like I know he wasn't supposed to say all that, but like
Yeah.
he felt like a real dad in that situation.
Yeah.
Like he felt like proud of her, and he
Yeah.
wanted to tell them how awesome a kid this girl is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so
You know,
sweet. He's a really good
yeah,
artist, you know.
yeah. He showed him the picture. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That was the reason I said at the beginning of this episode was that honesty was like a big theme was is because that one of the that scene one there's a piece of dialogue in that scene where they asked the people that work for the school they asked them um what like household, like what do they, was it like honor in their household or something like that, like things that they, and are they things that they expect of her in their household or something like that. And he says honesty, and she says um communication. And then they're
Yeah.
like, oh, we want her to communicate honestly or something, right? Like kind of they kind of mixed it
Yeah.
together. And then also to the little girl at some point at the end, she's like, why do adults lie all the time? And he's like,
Yeah.
because it's easier than telling the truth, you know. Um,
Yeah.
and so like to me, it feels like there's a big emphasis on being honest and being honest with yourself and being honest with others.
Yeah. Um, yeah. And I like that the whole part where he breaks the old man out of jail to do their jailbreak.
I
Yeah.
loved it. I loved it.
I loved it. And then like they're going through and they're hiking, and the old man sees a shrine. He does like a little prayer or whatever. And Philip makes this comment about Japan having more gods than vending machines.
Yeah,
And the old man tells him about the was it the 8 million god or something like that,
yeah,
and
8 million gods, yeah, or something like that.
how
Yep.
there's pieces of God in everything, in the sun and all the stuff. And
Yep.
that reminded me of a verse. I want to say it's in Romans, where it says that God has left proof of himself in his creation.
Mhm.
And um, to me, I've always thought like um, that's why we have so many religions, is because humans see the creation, we see the plants, we see the sun, we see the stars, we see everything, and we see that there's something more than just us. There has to be something greater, and so they try to figure out a way of making sense of everything,
Yeah,
So,
for
um,
sure.
and then when he says, like if God is in everything, then He's also in you,
Hmm.
and that's what the movie ends, because he had asked him about the shrine before, and
Right. He's like, what's in
he asked
there?
him what's in there, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Why don't you take a look?"
He's like, ah, later.
And he
Yeah.
finally does at
Yeah.
the end, and what does he see? He sees himself.
Self. Right. Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
True. Yeah.
yeah,
Nice. Nice, Eric. Yeah, I actually
yeah,
didn't put that piece of dialogue together with that ending scene. But yeah,
yeah,
that's what that is. That's that little bookend.
yeah.
That's that
Came full
bookend. Yeah.
circle. Yeah, hmm
That's cool.
yeah. I like that a lot,
Mm,
because I was thinking about that when he said that about the God being and everything.
mm.
I was thinking about that first, and so I was thinking about that like for the rest of the movie, and then it comes to that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Cool. But real quick, what are we gonna watch for the next episode? Do you
next
know? Did we talk
episode.
about it yet?
It's in the poll, right, on
No,
Instagram.
that's the one we're doing. Oh, that is the one we're doing, huh?
That is the one we're doing, right?
Oh, okay. So on Instagram, people, you guys can follow us on Instagram. It's Cinema Rolls Podcast, I believe, right? It's the Instagram
Yeah.
name. Um, follow us on there. We will probably do this from time to time. It's actually pretty fun. We might do this more. But I put up a
Yeah.
couple of polls where people can vote for movies. And the movies were all suggested by fans. We asked for
Hmm.
people to put in suggestions for us to review a movie, and so we got. Honestly, next time I'm going to put a limit because some of y'all went a little crazy with it. Y'all sent me like 40 movies. Um, but so Eric and I actually had to go through and kind of narrow it down to. Eric picked four out of the movies that were suggested. I picked four out of the movies were suggested. Then I put those two polls. Put those each. I made a poll for each of the movies that we chose, and then I had you guys choose a movie out of the polls, and from those two movies we made another poll where it was a kind of like almost like a tournament in a way, like, and you guys chose it. This was what you guys chose, so this is what we're reviewing. It's Big Trouble in Little China. and that's what we'll be watching next. We'll be watching that movie, and we will be watching what do we put on the bucket?
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas. Very different movies, but that's what you get when you come to the Cinema Rolls podcast. You get a variety.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know what kind of cinnamon roll you're going to get.
Exactly. Cinema Rolls podcast is like a box of Cinema Rolls.
A variety box.
A variety box. But all right, y'all. You guys know the deal. Like, subscribe. Hit all those buttons down there. There's a bunch of buttons down there on YouTube. On the YouTubes, there's a like button.
Everywhere.
Don't hit the dislike button. Hit the up like button.
Yeah, that's a bad button.
There's another button that's like a bell. Hit that one too. There's a button that says subscribe. Especially hit that one. It's the biggest button down there. Hit that thing. And yeah, like and share it and comment below. Nobody ever comments on our videos anymore because I got mad that one time, and ever since then I don't see comments anymore. So, but yeah, comment on it. Comment on the video. Give us suggestions for the bucket pull.
Yes, do it. I want to see this thing full.
That would be nice.
Just like
that would be nice.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all. That was it. We love y'all.
All right.
Take care. Go make some
See
human
ya.
connections and go watch this movie.
Yeah, do it.
Bye.
Bye.